Coming up on First at 4, the Lieutenant Governor helps dedicate a new town square and presents funding in Beattyville. And testimony begins in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial.
Plus, we are tracking some more sunny weather today, but those showers are not far away. The details on that next rain chance coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, officials gathered in Lee County today announcing funding for a water project and more. WYMT's RJ Johnson was in Beattyville for the announcement.
State and local officials gathered in downtown Beattyville to announce $2.2 million in funding going to various projects. More than $1.7 million will go towards cleaner water. The city of Beattyville will rehabilitate 3 water storage tanks. Leaders that joined the announcement included Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman, who says infrastructure is important for this community.
Part of that is making sure that our towns have what they need to thrive and grow. Sometimes infrastructure is something that folks take for granted, but to know that 2,900 households are going to be supported with this cleaner water program that we announced today.
Coleman says people living in Beattyville and Lee County will be greatly impacted by these projects by helping revitalize parts of the city. In Beattyville, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Nearly $500,000 will help remediate a facility once used as City Hall, the jail, and firehouse that contain the presence of asbestos, lead-based paint, extensive mold, and petroleum.
It is a beautiful Earth Day across the region, tracking plenty of blue skies, sunshine, also some comfortable highs. Most of us right now in the lower 60s. A live look from Perry County from Buffalo Mountain, and not a cloud in the sky, sitting at 61 degrees up to 62 in Manchester, 60 for Irvin, and 59 for London, 58 over in Pikeville at this hour. And up on First Alert Pinpoint Doppler, the forecast is fantastic on this Monday. Not a drop, all thanks to high pressure that is sitting over most of the eastern U.S., and that will bring some more dry and mainly clear weather as we go into tonight. So as a result, those lows are once again chilly. Most of us see upper 30s to lower 40s as you wake up on Tuesday. We do have another frost advisory in place, and that will last through 9 a.m. on Tuesday. So be sure to protect those sensitive plants as we could see some more patchy frost to wake up in the morning. We see some more 70s by Tuesday. Most of your Tuesday is dry, but that next rain chance is on the way by Tuesday night. Also pushing into your Wednesday. More details on that next rain chance, plus a warming trend coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. Police say 45 people were arrested this morning after they reportedly refused to leave a protest at Yale University. During the past several days, a group called Occupy Beinecke was stationed in tents outside the Schwartzman Center and Beinecke Plaza. Group members say they are upset because a university committee refused to divest from military manufacturers. At least one student said she was assaulted by protesters. The first witness took the stand today in former President Donald Trump's historic criminal trial in New York. The presumptive Republican presidential nominee is accused of falsifying business records related to a so-called hush money payment during his 2016 campaign. Trump denies any wrongdoing and claims the trial is politically motivated. CBS's Jared Hill reports from outside the courthouse in Manhattan.
Former President Trump downplayed the allegations against him following opening statements in his historic criminal trial in New York.
It's a case as to bookkeeping, which is a very minor thing in terms of the law, in terms of all the violent crime that's going on outside.
Trump faces 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. He's accused of using his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, to funnel payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. In their opening statement, prosecutors said Trump, quote, orchestrated a criminal scheme to corrupt the 2016 election. The defense countered, saying there's, quote, nothing wrong with trying to influence an election. It's called democracy.
Trump's team is really going to make this about Michael Cohen and his credibility. And the DA's office, of course, has layers upon layers of evidence that they expect will back Michael Cohen up. And that's what I found surprising.
Former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker took the stand first. Prosecutors say he was part of an alleged catch and kill scheme to purchase and prevent the circulation of negative Trump stories. Because he has to be here for the trial, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee has largely been sidelined from the campaign trail.
I'm here instead of being able to be in Pennsylvania and Georgia and lots of other places campaigning.
The trial is expected to last several weeks. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Lawyers for the former president fought legal battles on two fronts today. In addition to this criminal trial, there was also a hearing related to the $175 million bond Trump put up in his New York civil fraud case. Trump initially posted the bond through Knight Specialty Insurance. The state AG had challenged the bond due to concerns about the financial abilities of the California-based underwriter. The agreement says Trump has to keep the $175 million in a Charles Schwab account that's being used to secure the bond. Knight Specialty will have exclusive control of this account and is forbidden to trade or withdraw any funds from it. The year-long investigation into the CIA's handling of sexual harassment and sexual assault is complete. According to a report released by the House Intelligence Committee today, the agency appeared to impose little to no accountability or punishment for perpetrators. The report also found that there was confusion and disorder in the reporting process for the allegations and that victims were deterred from coming forward because of a lack of anonymity. The U.S. Supreme Court agreed today to hear a case challenging the Biden administration's limits on ghost guns. Those are mail-order kits that let people assemble untraceable guns at home. The court would examine whether a 2022 regulation overstepped a federal law from 1968. That regulation required manufacturers to have serial numbers on the kits and keep records of who purchased them. The Biden administration said the move is designed to address a surge in ghost guns. An NBC poll found President Biden appears to be catching up to Donald Trump's lead in the 2024 presidential race. In a head-to-head matchup, it found Trump with 46% support and Biden with 44%. That 2-point lead shrank from a 5-point lead in a January poll, but it's still within the poll's margin of error, so either candidate could have the edge. Coming up on First at 4, a new tourist attraction in Wise, Virginia is all about love.
Plus, we are tracking some more chilly weather this evening. Your forecast coming up.